Hey guys, what's up? Thibby here, back with another video. And today it is currently Boxing Day in the States, which I guess has always been a holiday, but I don't know. I've just never really acknowledged Boxing Day as a day. But anyway, apparently it's like a very major sale type of holiday, and there are a lot of really awesome deals going on right now. Probably the biggest one is Barnes & Noble. For today and tomorrow, they're doing 50% off on all hardcovers, which is an amazing deal. I've already visited one Barnes & Noble, and I've gotten like 6 or 7 hardcover volumes. I'll show them at the end of the video. So yeah, so I'm currently at the second Barnes & Noble, and this whole day will just be going to half price books, going to Barnes & Noble. It's still pretty early in the day, so the only thing currently open are Barnes & Nobles. But I will be meeting up with my wife and me, with Jerry and maybe Alyssa later on today. So yeah, it's gonna be a very exciting manga-filled day. So I just wanted you all to join me on this journey today, and let's look at some manga. So this is one of my favorite Barnes & Noble in the DFW area. It's usually stocked with early releases, so I was excited to get to this one just to see if they had what was on my list, at least what was remaining on my hunt list at the time. This is the beginning of the manga section in this Barnes. We can already see some Slime Isekai, some Sweat and Soap. At this time I was just kind of broad scoping just to see what was on this shelf. I saw the Villain Sagas. This was part of the hardcover 50% off sale. So instead of $20, they were $10 each. So perfect time to start collecting that series, or at least catching up. So we actually started at the end of the manga section. We're currently looking at the light novels. Stores will usually stock their light novels after all the manga. This is near the middle of the section, so it is alphabetized. So right now I'm just glancing at some J. So all of these hardcovers were on sale. So all of Junji Ito, all of JoJo's. We'll look at some of the, like the Blade of the Immortal and Berserk, that Lupin III, Greatest Heist, half off. So again, just reiterating how great this deal was to get some volumes that are normally pretty expensive, $25+ for half off. So here I just decided to randomly just look at what was on the shelf. So there was a lot of My Hero, some Nana. There's been major restocks for that recently. This Barnes didn't really have any, fortunately. There is some Noragami, Yankees. If you like cats and comedy, I would definitely recommend reading that. It's a really short 6-volume series. Oh yeah, the new Parasite in color hardcover, half off. The Ping Pong, I was so tempted to pick those 2 volumes up. It's only a 2-volume hardcover series, and so I was really tempted to get that. But here were the Berserks. This was on my grab list. I was looking for volume 12, and I found it. So holla, and you can see myself in reflection. Hey, what's up, YouTube? So yeah, this was a major dub for this Barnes. I found what I was looking for. Let's go back to Car Thibby and let's see where we're going to next. All right, so I am now at Barnes & Noble number 3, like pretty much like far north Dallas area. And I'm realizing how early in the day it is right now, and I'm probably not going to see Jerry for a little bit, so sorry, Jerry. But yeah, so I've already gotten a lot of what I wanted to, what I was planning on getting today. I'm only really seeing if there's any hardcovers of the deluxe editions of Girl from the Other Side, or Girl on the Other Side, whatever. But that series, and I have some of the singles, but ever since the deluxe editions were announced and they started coming out, I was like, I'm gonna get the deluxe editions. Those look very nice, but I'm only gonna get them when a sale like this happens. So yeah, so let's go inside Barnes & Noble number 3 and see what they have in stock. Okay, so I didn't get any footage inside the store because it was actually pretty packed, and there's even more people pulling up beside me going into the store. I guess it's like around that prime time where people are getting ready, going out and experiencing the sales, the deals. So yeah, but I was able to go in. I was able to find, again, some more cool stuff. So I think Barnes & Noble stock number 3 was another W. And there's actually a half-price books on the other side of the street from this Barnes & Noble. So I think we're gonna make a quick stop over there and see what they got. Hopefully, I'll try to get some footage this time, but I don't know how y'all like you other manga tubers do when you just go into a place and just record without like worrying about people, I don't know. I get self-conscious. Kudos to y'all that are able to do it. Takes real bravery. But anyway, let's go to the next store and see what we're able to find. So the first thing I noticed walking into this half price, I saw all of B stars, or at least the majority of it, 1 through 17. So that anyone trying to collect B stars, that was a huge find. There were also some Rave Master, some A Centaur's Life, some volumes of Undead Unluck, 7 Deadly Sins, Samurai 8s. I was also very tempted to pick up that Samurai 8. That's the complete set right there, 1 through 5. But it's unfair for me to judge it because I haven't actually read it, so I can't really say that it's bad. It is a canceled series though, so take that for what you will. Here I'm picking it up because you can tell that I was very tempted to go and pick it up. They were in nice condition. They were actually half off. So the complete set there for $25-ish. And Half Price was also having a sale during Boxing Day. Everything was an automatic or an extra 10% off. So again, the deals were immaculate. And finally, I wanted to show off, there was some Kakegurui, Way of the House Husband, and Witch and the Beast. All three pretty good series. All right. So we are now at Half Price Books number 2, which is store 6 of the day, I think. I've been out for 2.5, 3-ish hours, and honestly, today's been a blast so far. I've found a lot of really cool deals, cool finds at the first Half Price Books. Now let's go inside Half Price Books number 2 and see what they got. So apologies, this clip is really short, so please feel free to pause if you want to check out any of the what's on the shelf. This Half Price only has this one shelf, so the selection is pretty small, and I didn't really see anything that caught my eye here. This Half Price has a lot of the basic selection that you would see at a Half Price typically, like the Neguma, a lot of Weekly Shonen Jump volumes that were recently released. I did see the Monkey High, and that caught my eye, but they were a library edition, so decided not to pick those. There were some pretty cool one-off finds like Mare volume and Ranma 1/2. We have made it to store number 5, Half Price Books number 3, and I think it's kind of getting to me. I think I might be going crazy because I just looked over to my right, and my entire floor area of my passenger seat is filled with manga. So I'm excited for the haul later on, but yeah, I should probably stop soon because I got a lot. But yeah, these deals are wild. So anyway, we're at Half Price Books number 3. Let's go inside, check it out, and see what they got in stock.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
So I apologize again. I got into the last Half Price Books. There were a lot of people. I froze and I didn't film. But there weren't really a lot of things that I were interested there. The things that I was interested in getting, they were hella upcharged. There were some volumes of Wild Arms that seemed interesting, but they were like 25 a piece. They had 2 volumes of Phoenix, I think volume 3 and volume 4, or 4 and 5, but they were, of course, hella marked up. They had some Red River, also hella marked up. They also had, there was a lot of Angel Sanctuary, which I've seen a lot in Half Price Books, but for some reason I never really looked through the pages, and this time I looked through the pages. The art looks really good, and it piqued my interest, but there were volumes 3 through 10, and so I thought about getting them, but there wasn't a 1 and 2, and that was a good enough reason for me to just pass on it for now. I've got a lot in the haul already, so going forward, I have about 3, maybe 4 more stops. So it's going to be even more and more particular, more specific in what I get. There is the only thing that I'm looking for that I haven't gotten yet. Spoiler alert, is Devilman Volume 2. It's been out of stock for a while, so I probably won't see it in this Barnes that I'm about to walk into now. This will be the last Barnes of the day, and so we'll see. But if there's any other hardcovers, I pretty much gotten all the hardcovers today that I've wanted to get. So I likely won't be walking out of this Barnes & Noble with anything in hand, but we'll see. Also, this is my favorite Barnes & Noble in Dallas. This is the Firewheel Barnes & Noble. For some reason, I've always gotten the best luck at finding things that I that I'm wanting to get at this Barnes & Noble. So again, we'll see. But let's go ahead. Let's stop yakking. Let's go ahead and walk into this Barnes & Noble. I promise you, no matter what, even if it's hella packed, I will record footage in there. So let's go in. And of course, promises made, promises kept. And this also had to have been the busiest place I was in all day today, if not one of the busiest. But here's the footage as promised. This is my favorite Barnes & Noble in DFW. So far, just some random footage. There's a lot of Don't Toy Me Miss Nagatoro. Like I said, this Barnes is always super stocked up. So we just saw some JoJo's. There's some an Incurable Case of Love. I really want to get that eventually. A lot of Inuyasha. Some Jujutsu Kaisen, Kisheki Shoujo, another series that I want to get into. At the top right, we can see the A Silent Voice Deluxe Edition. I'm personally not a fan of those Deluxe Editions. I think the color of the front cover is a nasty one, so I'm sticking to the singles. We can see here the Soul Eater and the Perfect Editions. I do love that edition of Soul Eater. Now we are at the final and largest half-price books in Dallas. This is the flagship store. I have never seen the parking lot this packed. It's a pretty large parking lot surrounding the building, which is already a giant building, and pretty much every single spot is filled. So this is about to be wild. Hopefully the manga isn't already snatched up, like all the good manga hasn't been snatched up. I don't know if I've mentioned this, but half price books for the 26th through 28th, they had 20% off everything in store that isn't brand new, that doesn't have like a blue new sticker on it. So there's some crazy deals going on. Again, whole point of the video, crazy deals. Anyway, let's go into the store and see what they got. So my hunch was right after coming into this half price and seeing how barren the shelves are, more barren than they usually are. I was right in that, you know, with all the sales and all the people in the store, a lot of the manga was bought up. But honestly, there was still a pretty good selection at this half price. Someone got rid of their Fairy Tail. Zoom in, it's kind of hard to see what's right there, but there seem to be some interesting volumes available there. And then over here, this is usually half price books will have a display case with manga that's either it has nudity in it, or for the ones that are priced up, because, you know, sometimes half price books may be half price crooks. And so in here, there's some Devilman G, A Centaur's Life, Monster Musume, $50 Deadman Wonderland Volume 3, which has been there for a long time and I think is hilarious. Something else that was cool, there were some Shaman King singles. I don't really see them that often. A lot of Japanese volumes, which is really cool. All right, made it out of the half price books. It was chaos in there. Again, never seen it that busy, never seen it that packed before. But I found some pretty cool stuff. I'm really excited to show you all. But I've been out all day, so I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna unload all my manga into my apartment. I'm gonna chill for a little bit, and then I will show you all the haul of today's mega deal. What's today called again? Boxing Day, whatever. But I will show you everything I got today. I'm very excited to show you. See you in a little bit. So starting off the haul with the best thing that I picked up is volume 12 of Berserk in the Deluxe Editions. I'm still catching up on this. I think I'm on the volume 10 of the Deluxe Editions. So yeah, nothing really else to say about Berserk. I've been waiting for like any kind of sales or deals to go on before getting this, because these are $50, and I so far have not spent $50 on a single one. I've always gotten it either like discounted or half off. So yeah, so there is Berserk volume 12. I also picked up the Promised Neverland art book, and I love the art from Promised Neverland. I really enjoy the series. I'm like, I think volume 16 right now of 20. So almost finished with it. So it's really good. Recommend watching season 1 and then just reading the rest. But yeah, like some of this art is just so beautiful. I'll show off some of these pages. So yeah, So I like collecting art books of series that I really enjoy. I have one for Black Lagoon, one for Naruto. I eventually want to get one for Oh Great has an art book, which is amazing. There's also an art book. There's a JoJo's art book that I really want to get. So yeah, so really happy I was able to add that. Next, I got volumes 1 and 2 of The Girl from the Other Side in the deluxe editions by Seven Seas. These are beautiful editions. I got the singles of, I have 1 through 3, and when I saw that these were announced, I decided to just wait for these. But these are $42, so getting these from any kind of sale or deal, especially like the half off, is a steal. It's definitely worth it. So I went ahead and waited, and yeah, so I got these both. So instead of paying 1 for $42, I got 2 for $42. So really excited there. Next are volumes 6 and 7 of Fist of the North Star. I'm very behind when it comes to reading this series. I've only finished volume 1. I have a lot of friends who say a lot of good things about this series. I know it's good. I'm just reading other things instead. But these are the latest volumes, so now I'm up to date. So yeah, there's volume 6. And here is volume 7. The art is amazing. These editions, hardcover editions, are amazing. They're just so nice. Viz did a really good job with this series. So yeah. So volume 7, volume 6, and I'm caught up with that, so that's cool. Another series that I caught up with are JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5, Golden Wind. You know, JoJo's is not really much to say about JoJo's. It's awesome. I was missing 5 and 6, so went ahead and got those. So really happy about that. I really like Part 5. Part 4 is my favorite part personally, but Part 5 is also a really fun time. And I don't know how many there are total of this series, but we're getting close to the end. I want to say maybe, I think 9 or 8 volumes. I assume it's the same length as Part 4, which there's 9 in Part 4. So yeah, we'll probably get 9 with these two. Staying on the JoJo's train, I also went ahead and picked up The Spoke Rohan Kishibe, volumes 1 and 2. I think there's only these 2 volumes, so this is complete, which is really cool. This has all of the random side stories that Araki wrote specifically for Rohan in his travels around the world. So really cool. These are adapted into an anime, it's an anime on Netflix. So yeah, really cool. Rohan is my favorite character from Part 4, so it was a no-brainer to pick this up. And then the final hardcovers that I picked up, again, to catch up on what I'm currently collecting, which is Soul Eater in the Perfect Editions. Here's volume 8 and 9. This is also a series that I've only read the first volume of. I liked it a lot. It was kind of slow for me, but I love the art. I really like Atsushi Okubo. I really love Fire Force. And I like Soul Eater, so I decided just want to keep on collecting it. And these hardcover editions are amazing. It's by Square Enix manga, so yeah. All right, so those are all the hardcovers that I got. Now let's look at some of the series that I picked up from Half Price Books. So now let's look at some of the series that I was able to find at Half Price Books. And I was able to find a lot of cool stuff at Half Price. So let's just start off with, so there's a series called Black Sun, Silver Moon. I got volumes 1 through 7. This is completed. And to find this entire series for half off, I mean, I don't know anything about this series. I don't think this is like a highly sought after series, but just the fact that it was completed, I decided to pick it up and give it a chance. This is a shonen manga, and I don't really remember what it's about. I'll leave the summary here for anyone that's interested in wanting to check it out. But yeah, it's just an older series. I'm pretty positive it is out of print, so that was like another reason why I was swayed to pick it up, and also half price. I mean, that's the biggest reason why I picked it up. But I'll show you all the covers. So here's volume 1. Volume 2. Volume 3, Volume 4, 5, 6, and 7. The next thing I found at half price were volumes 4, 5, 6, and 8 of Kakegurui. This is a series I really enjoy, the anime adaptation that's on Netflix, and I've been slowly collecting the series just because I really do want to read it as well as enjoy the anime, and I was able to find these all for half off. So yeah, pretty cool there. Yeah, I love the art. It's a wild series. If you enjoy a Kaiji Gambling Apocalypse, you'll enjoy this series. I want to say in the States, this series is probably more noticeable because of the Netflix adaptation. So yeah, I know Kaiji also has an anime, but yeah. But anyway, here's Volume 4, Volume 5, 6, and 8. Here we have Tale of the Moon, volumes 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. This is an older shoujo series. It's got ninjas. I really enjoy the covers. The art on the covers is really cool. I've seen this series in manga collections on YouTube, and it seems interesting. I think it's only 15 volumes long, so I already have a little over a third of it, which is cool. So yeah, so I'll show off the cover. So here's volume 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. From my understanding, I think this series is about a girl ninja who is very klutz. She's a big klutz. She's very clumsy at being a ninja. She's not really good at it, and so as like punishment, she's sold off to be the wife of another ninja, and it's kind of the story surrounding that. So it's how do you feel about that premise? If I think I'm explaining it correctly, but wanted to give it a try. A big chunk of the series was right in front of me for half off, so I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and pick this up. All right, so that was everything from the Barnes & Noble half off hardcover sale and my hunting from half price books from that day. Now let's go over a haul that I more recently got. I figured I might as well throw this in here as well, just to show off what I got, as well as share some of my excitement for some of these that I was able to pick up. So starting off with Nana, volumes 8 and 10. This series has been getting reprinted like crazy recently. In my local Kinokuniya, there's like a big shelf of just all Nana, and at one point they had volumes 1 through 21. So I probably should have picked it up then, but these are from Kinokuniya, so they're full price. With the 10% discount that I have because I'm a member. So I really just want to get these at a time as I'm reading through the series. So now I have 1 through 10. So excited about that. So 8 and 10 of Nana. Next is volume 10 of Gigant by Hiroya Oku, the same mangaka behind Gantz and Inuyashiki. In my opinion, so this is the final volume, so it's 10 volumes for the series. In my opinion, the weakest of Oku's works, at least my least favorite. This ending was so whack, and I won't say exactly what it is, but if you do decide to read this series, I think the series is fine in like the first half, but then like the second half is kind of, well, no, I think it starts weird. The middle chunk is pretty good, and then like the last chunk is whack. So yeah, if you do decide to read the series and you get to the end, you'll realize that it has like the most kind of ass-pull ending that you see in a lot of other media nowadays. But anyway, it's cool that I have a completed series in my collection, but I am thinking about selling this whole series off, so we'll see. But yeah, there's volume 10 of Gigant. Next is volume 2 of Blood Lad. I was able to find volumes 1, 3, and 4 at half price, and so I wanted to go ahead and pick up volume 2 if I ever saw it out in the wild, and then just read through those 4 volumes and then kind of see how I feel. This is a series I've been known of for a long time, but I've just haven't really picked it up. But then seeing it at half price, like I said before, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and start it. So yeah, so volume 2 of Blood Lad. I don't know anything about this story other than it's got vampires in it, and I'm a sucker for vampire stories, and I do really enjoy the art as well. Next, we have volume 10 of Call of the Night. This is the latest volume of this series. Now I'm up to date, which is cool. I've watched the anime. I've read the first 2 volumes of the series, which I believe the anime adapts up to, I want to say up to volume 3 or 4. So it's pretty big chunk of the series. But so I'm behind. I'm not to this point at all. But yeah, I really enjoy the anime. The anime is really awesome. I definitely recommend checking it out. It is on High Dive, which is unfortunate, but High Dive is getting a lot of pretty cool exclusives. So if you're really into watching anime, you probably should get a High Dive account. But yeah, Call of the Night Volume 10. Next is Volume 5 of Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible. This is the latest volume, and I've read the first 2 volumes, and I enjoy the series. This is like I don't know what category of like manga this is called, if it does have an official name, but the series like Komi Can't Communicate, or like Don't Toy With Me, Miss Tagatoro, like series where you're always in a school setting, and the main character is a guy who's pretty straight edge, or just like the straight man, and then the person that they're with, that they interact with, is always a girl that has some kind of quirk to them. So this is kind of reversed, I guess, because this is about a guy who is so like unnoticeable that he blends into the background. He's invisible to people, and Kubo, a girl in his class, picks him out and is always trying to talk to him and interact with him and get him to come out of his shell. So yeah, I really enjoyed this series. Very wholesome, very cute, and this is getting an anime adaptation. I want to say it begins in winter, so it should be airing in a week or 2. Next, I got volume 2 of Slam Dunk. This is a series that I'm also just kind of similar to Nana, just kind of picking up when I'm like able to find that's out in the wild. I was able to find this at Kino, so went ahead and picked it up. Now I have 4 volumes of the series. I think it's 33 volumes-ish long. It's in the 30s. So yeah, very slow progress with this, but I have so many other things that I'm reading that it's fine. But yeah, this is Slam Dunk by Takahiko Inoue. Very popular series, one of the most popular series of all time. So for like my Shonen Jump line, so like this, Yu Yu Hakusho, there's another series that I'm just picking up whatever I find out in the wild. But yeah, really excited to start this. I have 1 and 2, so I think I'm going to go ahead and just start reading this soon. Next is volume 2 of Blue Box. This is one of my favorite series currently running in Weekly Shonen Jump. Really wholesome, heartfelt rom-com, kind of more on the romance than the comedy, but yeah, I really enjoy this series. I recommend everyone start reading this series. There's only 2 volumes out right now in English, so really easy to just pick up those first 2 volumes and get into the series. This is just a romance story about a basketball player, about a female basketball player and a male badminton player. And the badminton player, he's starting high school, and she is his senpai, so she's a sophomore, and yeah, it's just about their relationship kind of budding. I think right now there are 70-ish, 80-ish chapters total. So, you know, if you do decide to read these 2 volumes and you want to read more, I mean, they're all available on the Shonen Jump app. This is not a hashtag ad. I just think if you read manga, it's definitely something that you should have because it's really cheap. Again, not a hashtag ad. I just really like Blue Box. I was able to find volume 3 of Doro Doro at half price. I did take the sticker off, but yeah, I had volumes 1 and 2, found volume 3 for half off. I was like, okay, well, might as well pick it up. This isn't a series that I'm actively hunting for, but I do know eventually I do want it in my collection. I think I'm like 2 or 3 episodes into the anime on Netflix, so I think I'm gonna watch the anime first because I do like the anime art style. So I think I'm gonna watch that first and then read what I have, and then you know, then begin the collecting. The final piece of this haul is a series called Les Bijoux. This is volumes 1 through 5. This is a completed set. I had never heard of this series, but the fact that it is, you know, it's out of print. It's only 5 volumes long, so this is completed. And the biggest thing that sold me was the art. So, I mean, like some of this art is just, I thought it was just so cool. It's like, it gives me like just like older art style vibes. I'm also just now realizing that this is like opening from left to right, like a normal book. So yeah, this might technically be a comic book. I'm not sure, but it is by Park Sang-sun and Jo Lun-ha. So this might be a manhwa. I'm not sure, but I thought the art was dope, and it's only 5 volumes long, so I decided to pick it up. So here's volume 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So yeah, I don't care if it's like, if it is a manhwa or whatever, if it opens left or right, whatever. I just care about good stories, great art, and this got me on the art. I don't know if the story's good, but we'll find out once I start reading it. And there you have it. That is the entirety of today's haul. I really hope you enjoyed, you know, watching the content. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment if you saw a series that you're excited to begin reading. If you saw anything in today's haul that you thought was cool or whack, please feel free to let me know below. But that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.